Hello YouTubers, this is Musicswhore here, and this is my starting of a new topic thing, and it's going to be something I'm going to work a bit on in the next little while here, and it's a series I'm going to call Guitar Gods, or Gods of Guitar, I'm not sure yet, probably be in the title somewhere, but I thought for the first one I'll talk about is what I think one of the most underrated, at least in mainstream. Whenever you see a magazine or something, or a thing that says their list of top 10 guitar players ever, there's always the notables. You always have Clapton, you always have Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix. And for some odd known reason, it seems the media really likes to suck Slash's dick or something and say he's in the top 10, or near the top 10 greatest guitar players. This one, however, unlike some of the ones I mentioned, was a part of one of the greatest bands. In one of my videos, I did call this band the top 10, the number one band of all time. And it's very hard to disagree with it, because it is Pink Floyd and the guitar player David Gilmour. David Gilmour really revolutionized where music went from even their early days, like with Sid Barrett as the lead guitar player and all that. But yeah, David Gilmour got his start in Pink Floyd with the mental condition of Sid Barrett, and it's very widely known. Sid Barrett took too much acid and just couldn't seem to write anymore. He was just there and nothing much. But in 1968, with the rapid decline in Barrett, or 67, 68, somewhere in there, David Gilmour came in, and just as Sid Barrett's pretty much, if he couldn't play, there was at least somebody there playing for them, and it worked for a time. Like, then it'd be Sid wouldn't play much, he'd just sometimes strike a chord here and there, but it was a really tough situation. But from the start, you could tell there was a change on Saucerful Secrets to Piper at the Gates of Dawn, which was the Barrett album. Really changed a lot. Like, the sound got very heavier. It almost like they were drumming around a riff instead of just playing a riff or something. It seemed they were drumming around it, and it gave it this mood. But yeah, even David Gilmour, Let There Be More Light, you could tell it was a different band at the time. And could say, what was David Gilmour's impact on the band? He opened them up more musically, I think, compared to Barrett's tight structure of simple pop songs that they were doing at the time, and it worked really well. And you could list off countless tracks that Gilmour was on or soloed on where it was just great. Let There Be More Light, he was really well on that one. Even go to the next album, More, you had Green is the Color, Cymbeline, the Nile Song, Cirrus Minor. Amagami, you could go to The Narrow Way, Grantchester Meadows, then go on to stuff like Adam Hart Mother. With Adam Hart Mother, he was a great solo player in If, That Old Sun. Metal, he did well on pretty much anything Gilmour touched turned to gold. Then you go to something like Dark Side of the Moon, where his solos became iconic in a way. Like, David Gilmour has probably some of the most iconic guitar solos. Money, Time, Comfortably Numb, Sorrow, Wish You Were Here, or Not Wish You Were Here. Well, Wish You Were Here, the opening that he did was pretty good. Shine on You Crazy Diamond, Have a Cigar, Young Lust, Dogs, which was a great song, Pigs, 3 Different Ones, which was another amazing track, Sheep had a great solo to it, and then some of the other just ballady stuff he did, like Green is the Color, oh god, this is really going through it. I guess you could say even The Gold is in the Mine, Free 4 had a great solo, but it seemed no matter what David Gilmour did, it always seemed the solo worked. Like, they really were one of the few bands that spent a lot of time in the studio working on the album. Now, I guess a lot of people could say what's Gilmour's legacy in that, and I think he really truly belongs in the top 10 guitar players of all time. And it's very hard because there's so many, and I know a lot of people throw in a lot of players just because they can play really, really fast. To me, playing fast, David Gilmour sort of came from the Eric Clapton of thought, where sometimes less is more. And I felt David Gilmour never overdid a solo, and he never underdid a solo. But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts, and even, oh, let's see, what else can you say there about David Gilmour? Like, it's just iconic. You can look at all the albums he's worked on that are known, even his solo work. I think he has probably his first solo album is probably his best, and is probably one of the better albums of the 70s. Had Me Hollis, There's No Way Out of Here, Cry from the Street, Short and Sweet, Raise My Rent, Defiantly, Hushabye Mountain, I think. I know he's played it, and he said it came off there. Like, I bought the CD to the album, and it didn't have it on it, so it's sort of like, eh. But no, there's a lot of great stuff off that record. He's done a lot. Like, he's worked with a lot of people. B.B. King, Pete Townsend he's worked with. And yeah, he's had some iconic moments. Like, one of my favorite moments ever is like when they did the Wall concert in 1980. It showed this video of them doing Comfortably Numb, and it just sent shivers down my spine seeing David Gilmour up there playing the final solo to Comfortably Numb on top of that wall. It was just amazing. But yep, so that's my thoughts on David Gilmour. Not sure who I'm going to do next. I have a pretty good idea of who I'm going to throw in next, but yeah, so that's my video. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment if you want to throw in your 2 cents about this, or even throw in somebody else into the conversation of who you think might be in the top 10 greatest guitar players, so even guitar gods. Like, doesn't have to be top 10 or anything, just a guy you think that deserves to be there. So, yep, this is Musicswhore. Peace.